Welcome to another episode of Mr. Therapist and the Counselor Podcast, where we discuss mental health and addiction recovery topics. And we are here to demystify the process of therapy.
Still demystifying.
Still doing it, dog. What are we talking about today, Jesse?
Chipotle.
Oh. Ooh.
No. This
What?
week we're starting off the month of November here. We're going to talk about Movember, which is actually men's mental health, which we'll talk about in a minute, why that changed Movember. We'll talk about seasonal affective disorder, answer some questions about that, and a whole lot more.
A whole lot more. Amazing. So please subscribe to the channel.
Yes. Subscribe.
And man,
Prescribe.
follow us, dude. Like, follow our stuff
Pop
on
us like a pill.
Spotify. Pop it in, and and
Pop,
leave us a
pop,
comment or a question, and we'll answer your questions. We got some
Pop us
questions
like
to
a
answer
pill.
today. So thank you for those who sent in questions
Don't
as
pop
well.
us like a pill. Don't pop us like a pill.
Don't pop it like a
Drug-free.
pill. Pop, lock, and drop it. What's up, dude?
What's up, man? Here we are.
Oh, here we are,
So,
bro.
As the viewers will never hear the recordings of us,
Oh
our
my
conversation,
gosh.
our heated
Yeah.
political
Was it heated?
discussion.
We getting hot?
It
getting
was
real
good.
hot?
I was getting. I told you before. I was like, I was
Yeah.
feeling the stress of the election. The election now is over. The world is still trying to settle in.
Yeah, 100%.
But we're not really gonna follow through with that, and we're gonna give the country, our listeners, if they're into that stuff, politics or life.
Yeah.
We're gonna let it settle in, and we'll do some follow up
Let it
probably
settle,
in
yeah.
a month or so. I think it'll probably be good.
Yeah.
But congratulations to Kanye West, though.
Yeah, he did win.
You called it, bro.
I told you, dude.
Yeah.
He got my vote. Yeah, me and the counselor were sort of like, ding. But I feel like it was a very friendly one, though. You know,
I think it's I've mentioned this on the show how people are somewhat very opposed to conflict.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's do this.
Yeah.
I felt like there's some conflict there. We
Yeah.
both have two different views, which I'm sure the viewers probably constantly
They probably
guessed.
know. Yeah, they know. They know.
They figured it out.
They know you're racist. No. But I'm actually conflict avoidant.
Well, you were in the Terror Dome, baby.
Yeah.
I was going.
But I feel like I was listening to you too, though. Like I was really
You stopped listening to me halfway through.
Did I really? I couldn't stop myself.
Yeah.
It's all good, dude.
I love when Manny and I we were having our little non-conflict of discussion there, but he kept cutting me off.
Really?
No, I'm just fucking with you a little bit. I'm just kidding. No, it was good. It was good.
Crazy.
You were ready though. We were
good.
having somewhat of a debate. But you were like,
it's good, dude. You know what? I love having these debates because, one, it helps me form my own beliefs.
Yeah.
And I appreciate having my beliefs pressed up against different beliefs.
Yeah.
Because it's a possibility for my beliefs to change.
Yeah.
You know, and so the information that someone could come in with. No, I swear to God,
Didn't
the information
didn't work, viewers. I tried.
You never know, the
Yeah.
information someone could come in with, it challenges it, and it's uncomfortable because it's like, man, I really thought that it was this way, but it's also a benefit because if you really take that opportunity to revise or look at it to say, do I really believe it? When I said that, how did that feel? Did I believe that, or did I not? Or maybe I want to change how I feel. I think that's a very valuable thing to do as an individual. So, yeah.
So.
But yeah, dude, how are you checking in after our ding ding ding?
Checking in today. This is probably more of a heavier topic. So when we start off the show, there's a song that plays for this show. I used to be. I was in a band. We were called Gonzo Fiction. I'm sure everybody's heard of us.
Yeah.
But
you guys got a platinum plaque in the back.
About a month ago, I'm gonna be bad with the time here. I got a text. Was it a call? It was a call from his wife, my guitar player who was in the band. His name's Jason Armis.
For sure.
His wife had called me. I was at work, and unfortunately,
I'm gonna check the camera, but go ahead.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, my friend Jason Armis, who played guitar in Gonzo Fiction, he had his struggles with alcoholism and addiction, And I was always I saw him maybe a couple years ago, and he didn't look to be in the best place. And as time, we talk about checking on our friends. You lose touch with people.
Yeah.
And sometimes when people are struggling, even being in the field and professionally, like sometimes you keep a distance sometimes because you just don't know how to help people.
Yeah.
But she had called me to let me know they had passed away. And I'm actually going to his funeral this weekend. And so he left behind his wife and his kid, his son Jason, and his daughter Riley. I didn't reach out to Christine to say that I was going to bring this up. So I'm kind of like second guessing doing it, but I wanted to bring it up because he was somebody that was really important to me, made a significant impact in my life. And as I mentioned, he had his battles and he had his struggles, and he was a funny guy. He was a stubborn man. He's like a lot of men who don't ask for help or maybe don't know how they could change things. And I sometimes I regret not trying to do more things to help him out. And maybe like if I could have like shown him some direction or maybe more support.
Right.
So I just wanted to share that with the viewers. It's one of those things that I've always I've learned is that when you bring up these stories of somebody who has struggled with addiction, alcoholism, and they passed away way too young, you share the story, and a lot of times, like, if it didn't happen to you, it's almost like, I don't want to say that it's not heard, but it's not felt because it wasn't them.
Yeah.
Just a heads up to anybody that struggles with addiction or alcoholism, you're not bulletproof. I don't want to say your time will come, but there's a chance your time, I will say actually, your time will come if you don't make a change. The idea of alcohol, a lot of times people feel like it's the easiest way to get rid of the pain that you feel, but alcohol is the pain. It brings that pain, and it's a pain that it would probably could be the most painful thing that you experience in your life if you don't find another way to deal with other things in life that you struggle with. So,
right.
Yeah, it feels like, alcohol's the easiest way to cope with your hurt, but alcohol is the hurt, and it hurts a lot of people, hurts a lot of families. So I just wanted to share about that. I'm very conflicted. I was kind of conflicted bringing up. I'm not going to go into full details because I don't think it's my right to do that, even though part of me really does want to share more, but I know what happened. But I love him, and I want just I hope his family can grieve in the best way possible. But as I talked to his wife a little bit, it's like, what do you do with this? It's hard to grieve over something that's so fresh and so new, and significant. So conflicted, very sad, regretful. I hope I can learn from it as well.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, but yeah, so that's the funeral. This episode's coming out on the 8th, and the funeral's tomorrow. So, I'm going up to, like, old stomping ground, too, where, like, I was in a lot of trouble and struggling. So it's going to be a lot of different feelings and emotions. So, I mean, I'm very healthy. Mentally, I'm very healthy to go into that event. And
for sure.
I'll see people I haven't seen in a while, I think. So, but it's going to be, it's a hard one.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, he was a little bit younger than me. I'm in my 30s. No, I'm 47. He's a little bit younger than me. So
yeah.
Checking on your friends.
It's tough. Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to share that. So
yeah. Our prayers and our thoughts go to the family. And thank you for sharing that and holding some space for them, man.
Yeah.
And for yourself too.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm checking in today.
Yeah.
It's been processing those things are always like. I almost felt bad because the first week it's somebody I haven't talked to in a few years, but that first, it's so fresh and so new, and I had talked to people about him, like him passing away, and then I felt kind of bad because I was like a week later, I thought about him, but I'm like, I don't feel the pain that his wife is experiencing. I don't feel the pain his wife's experiencing or his kids are experiencing, right? And I was like, do we just move on? In some ways, you find a way to move on, right, after the loss. So it's just I know people are that love him are just hurting so much. So and I feel a lot of empathy for his family, and friends, and so.
Yeah, that was something. I lost my uncle probably like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And I remember my cousin was telling me that exact same thing, that like because it was her dad, and it was like it just feels really weird because you lose someone so close to you, but somehow like life keeps happening,
Right.
and you got to take your kids to school, you got to go to work, you got to, and it's just this really surreal experience of things are so different, life has changed so much, but it just seems like you got to find a way to keep moving forward, and
you do.
It's tough. It's a tough experience for sure.
Yeah, and certain events will make it harder.
Yeah.
Certain tragic events like that.
100%, man.
Yeah, so that's how I'm checking in today. Thanks for giving me the time.
Yeah.
How are you checking in today? Where's the clock at? I don't know where the fucking clock is at.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Dang, man, I'm freaking out right
Clock's
now.
right. You want to get it?
Yeah,
right
you
there.
keep talking.
Okay.
You're checking in.
I'm checking
listening.
in, bro. Yeah.
Take the mic, okay? Here we go. 8 Mile, go.
Mom spaghetti. I'm checking in good. I think I almost feel like I should have checked in first, man. That was heavy. I'm trying to recover from that right now. But checking in good. I like soccer, right? So big football fan, and in the Mexican league, there is.
First of all, you're right. You should have checked in first.
Yeah.
When you said, I was like, shit. He beat me to it this time. And second, didn't you call me racist at this thing at the beginning of this episode?
Well, I mean, I've just been
so you're
reflecting
Mexican
back.
and you like soccer. Shocker. Go.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. This guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Playing
So
the role, okay?
yeah, for sure. So I got this new jersey here. Thanks to my friend.
Not New Jersey,
the homie.
but like a
this
New
is,
Jersey.
This is a New Jersey.
Like not New Jersey, like Sopranos. Like
no, I'm talking Spanish.
Oh yeah.
New Jersey. I got a new soccer jersey.
Nice, dude.
And representing Mexican football, Cruz Azul. We are in first place of the table.
Man.
About to break the record for most wins in one season. So, so that's going well.
Mexican football, that's like the Raiders, right?
No, kind of close.
Is that a good joke?
Yeah, you put the foo in football.
Yeah.
Come on, that was funny, dude. You put the foo in football.
Oh, like Foo Fighters?
Like foo? Like, what's up, foo?
Oh, what up, Foo? Oh, sorry, I didn't know. Remember, I'm white, so like Foo Fighters was first thing in mind. Dave Grohl.
But yeah, so I've been honestly, it's Men's Mental Health Month, so like I gotta check in with some sporting shirt, a sporting event, because us guys, we kind of like to turn to sports to cope with life, right? And when things go rough or our relationship is not doing well, oh man, sorry, I got text coming in and I just heard it on the the phone. Okay. So anyway, but yeah, it's so we our relationship's not doing well, so what do? We tell our wife to hold on. We got to watch a 3-hour game.
That's right. We got to do fantasy football.
Yeah, and we try to cling on our team.
What does that mean?
We got to cling on our team winning a Super Bowl to feel good and feel happy for a couple minutes, right? So yeah, I'm checking in a place of feeling super tired. I'm feeling super stressed. And I'm really trying to find time to really just connect spiritually and just kind of, like not put too much worry and focus on the stresses of my life, because we're expecting our third child coming here in about 3. My wife says 3, but it's technically 4 weeks. But she swears she's gonna like
Dr. Abby. I always go to her.
She's gonna push it out. Yeah, she's like, I'm done right here. So yeah, man, we got little Mateo coming pretty soon.
There you
go. Stressed, tired, grateful.
Maybe we shouldn't have met up. Maybe we should have went to therapy, you and I.
Yeah, we should have, brother. It was crazy.
But instead, we had to bring it, dude.
I haven't seen my therapist in a long time. That's crazy.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, that's where I'm at, brother. Yeah, you got any questions about soccer?
I don't. But we got our question of the week. You want to talk about the question of the week?
Yeah. So we got no, I kind of want to talk about
soccer more. I'm good, dude.
No,
I really am good.
You know what? let's talk about, because the question of the week relates to the topic that we're going to bring on, which is seasonal affective disorder. We're going to talk about today, right?
Which we have an old episode. We did it about a year ago. I would suggest looking that up, listening to it.
Episode 2.
No, it's
I'm just kidding.
You talk about your birthday on there a little bit because your birthday is coming up.
It is coming up.
Yeah,
I really want to talk about it so I can put it on your radar that it's my birthday. So
that's right.
You can plan early for something good.
That's right. What are you doing for your birthday, anyways?
Dude, my birthday is over right now.
What are you talking about?
It passed. November 7th is my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
And right now it's November 8th.
Shit, I forgot about your birthday. I didn't even text you. Damn, dude.
No, I'm just kidding. We record, obviously, prematurely here.
No, what are you talking about? We're live. Somebody asked me, like, do you guys record live? I'm like, what the shit?
We should.
I wish we could.
We could.
Damn, dude, I missed your birthday, though, in podcast years.
I know, dude. Shoot.
So what did you do for your birthday?
Oh, dude.
Or what you had hoped to do for your birthday?
Oh, dude. Can I tell you what I wanted to do?
Yeah.
You're going to think it's so boring.
Yep.
But I wanted to go to a retreat, like a men's retreat for my local church. It's
Sounds
like
so therapeutic.
Dude, doesn't it sound like a release though? Like it feel like you guys could go around the bonfire and like just like let it all out and like spiritually connect. I feel like I needed that, man.
I don't know if that sounds like a birthday party.
But what I couldn't do that because I gotta do something else.
Oh, you shitting on us?
No, why?
On us? Oh,
wait, do we got something going? We got something planned?
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm not shitting on
Check
this.
your calendar. Okay.
No.
Oh, you mean the wife, right?
Yeah, hey, you got it. No.
You can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Kidding, Abby. Kidding. She don't listen to these anyways, though, right?
No, she don't listen.
Let's
to
not
this.
crap
Got
about
no
her.
time
Let's
for
do
me.
it. Shannon's been listening to the podcast, so I can't say
Oh,
anything
really?
bad.
Shannon, we love you.
We love you, Shannon.
Thank you for being a listener.
Abby, boo.
Boo.
You did that. I can't believe you booed your. So you want to talk about?
Yeah. So want to talk about this topic, my birthday, because you know what? I always get sad around this time, and I talked about it in the last episode.
A year ago, yes, we got to do a yearly.
And this is repetitive, but ain't nobody be listening to this a year ago. So like, we gotta update it, dude. You listen to every Joe Rogan episode.
I listen to that guy every episode.
Exactly.
But
this is a time of year. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you wanted to go before into the questions. You said you wanted to go into
sad. Say. Yeah, there's a time of year.
Oh, we're not doing sad. We're doing the sad thing.
Yeah.
Okay, we are doing sad.
Yeah.
Seasonal affective disorder.
Seasonal affective disorder. There's a time of year where we start getting a little sad, man. A little seasonal affective disorder. The time change is coming. November 8th. It came. The time change came.
It came last weekend.
And
y'all fall back.
And
if you're back an hour, man, I don't know what to tell you. You're in trouble. You're probably got fired from your job.
What is going on?
But no, because it's past. Like if they haven't changed their clocks, they're probably oh.
Make sure you change that.
Yeah.
Thing.
Okay.
But it's so. I don't even know what the hell that was about.
Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, the changes in the amount of sun we have, the changes in it gets colder. It's also like holiday season, right? So you start thinking about all the family drama that comes up. So there's a lot of factors to our mood being impacted right now around this time. Yeah. And so I thought it'd be a good opportunity to talk about that today for the people that might be anticipating that or experiencing that. I actually know someone who goes through this every single year other than me. I'm not talking about me, I promise.
Talk about yourself again.
But where, they not only they anticipate it, but like their family members do too, right? And so it's it can be a tough year for some of these folks, man. Because
I listened to the old episode, you said that it's one of those things though that people don't really get diagnosed with seasonal affective disorder, but the reason why they don't is because a lot of times it's like coverage, right? Like depression's more something that's going to be like, okay, we can go for depression, but seasonal affective disorder, it's legit, and
totally
people do
legit.
have it. And when I got sober, I know I didn't mention this on the podcast a year ago. I got sober during the holidays. Was it? Oh yeah, it was. It was like around the fall. And I remember, like, it got really dark. I was living in Lafayette, Indiana. It was really dark and cold. And I remember, like, it did not help the brain. I was already, like, going through, like, withdrawals and a lot of other things and just emotional stuff. But, like, the weather, like the way it was, I was like, this is hard to live in this, even for somebody that's like mentally stable or sober. I'm just like, can be very challenging. Because it's darker earlier, you feel like the days are shorter. You don't have that vitamin D, that we all should really use. That's a real like.
Yeah.
And I say vitamin D, I mean that sun.
Yeah, I know he does. He's gross. The sun can be gross sometimes. You sweat.
Oh,
It's
yeah. I don't blame the sun for that. Just blame my body chemistry. But anyway, so we had some questions.
Yeah, man. So we do have some questions that we can kind of talk about here because we value you guys sending us questions. So
we do, man. Oh my gosh, this is good. I love questions.
Sure, okay, so
the viewers.
Hi,
viewers.
Hey. So one of the questions was like, can you explain how this differs from depression? Which I think we kind of did in that last episode that you talked about, but we can kind of go over a little bit of that.
I don't think we did.
No, we didn't.
If you want to go ahead and touch on it, because that's a good question. What is the like difference? Because it is very. I think it's the time of year with depression, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think the biggest difference is that it's just like when it's taking place, and if it's a pattern for us that it takes place around the November December area, and so the difference between that and like depression is pretty much just that, because seasonal affective disorder comes with the same type of mood symptoms, like feeling down, feeling alone, feeling lonely, feeling sadder, and so it's there could be also like just feeling more irritable, sort of like just these like honestly hormonal level type of changes to the body. Yeah. Do you want to add something to that?
I think I was gonna say something about what in December. I think there's even like a seasonal affective disorder month, so there's a focus on. But yeah, to your point, you said November, December, but December, January, February too. That's probably the heaviest months when it comes, because with that, I think that holidays are over. There's probably a couple different reasons, but like I think that's where it could be most prominent for seasonal affective disorder. That's all I was.
Yeah, and then you're starting to feel better, in the with springtime when the sun comes out a little more. You start to feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Depression, however, it could be happening any time during the year. It has to be at least 2 weeks of either like feeling super empty and lonely, having suicidal ideation. I don't know if we're allowed to say that on the air, but SI, feeling, just having these cry spells, appetite changes. And so you have to have a severe amount of symptoms over a matter of 2 weeks. And so that could happen at any point in your life. If you suffer from depression, you probably know about it.
Yeah.
And you can definitely have depression and then have seasonal affective disorder as well during that time. But usually if you have depression, you kind of know about it because it's something that sort of sticks around at times for you, even outside of the fall months and the winter months. So yeah, anything else on that?
No, that was good, Mr.
All right, cool. The next question we have here is, are there specific therapies, medication, or life changes that you can do to help with this? What do you think, counselor? We're not medication experts, so like maybe we don't have to comment on that piece.
Yeah,
for that, I definitely like talk to your psychiatrist about that, or your physician about that. But
don't drink a lot to deal with it. It's already like I think when it gets darker earlier, some people I think will automatically kind of hibernate. And to me, hibernate is like isolation. So, and then when we isolate, and then we're in sunny Southern California, we don't get hit as hard when it comes to like colder weather. But if you think of like the East Coast or Midwest, like
Minnesota,
yeah. Yes, Minnesota. That's it. Them too. But like they, you got to think about like limitations. Could you imagine like it's snowing outside and you're just like it's dark and it's like what else? I mean, people get bored. Then that's the thing. Like then that's why like drinking becomes like such a like a great hobby because it's like cool. Like this is like at least I'm doing something. I'm so limited on my options. So just as I mentioned, if you have some type of seasonal affective disorder, like maybe don't pick up a bottle to cope with things.
Yeah.
And some people might be limited on how they can get outside.
Yeah.
But I guess just maybe connections with people, talking to people.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, people you're comfortable with. A therapist, maybe.
Yeah, there we go.
Some people don't have people to talk to, or even if they do, they're not ready to talk to people, right? So
it's not silly to have something like this either. I think this is a very common thing. I listened to the old episode that we did, and I was like, I mentioned like, I notice sometimes if there's a change in weather or if it's gloomy, I could walk into a group therapy room and they'll be affected by just that. Just like it's a rainy day, people get more tired. Like they're less wanting to engage and interact. So like, it's a very common thing. Doesn't mean we're not diagnosing you with SAD or seasonal affective disorder. I think it's just a very common thing emotionally. Our bodies, we are impacted by these things like weather. It's a common thing. So it's it's okay to have this.
Absolutely.
People when it comes to depression. I mean, even though it's 2024 coming up on 2025. People still don't like certain labels, addict or I have depression or I have anxiety, but it's just this is what's happening, and it doesn't mean you're less of a person. So, with the question it asked about like diagnosis, what was the first part of that question?
If there's any specific therapies.
Yeah. Is it just therapy in general?
I don't think you got to worry about that.
Okay.
Just because.
Is this a CBT model type of thing?
Exactly.
Can you help me with that?
Just talk to someone. Just call a therapist. Get in an office.
Yeah.
And just talk to someone. And if you fit with that person personally, then that's the most important part. So
right.
Yeah, leave the therapy modality to us.
Yeah.
And then this, I don't know if this is a good question. I don't know if we have time to do it, but it's how can friends and family. Oh, sorry. To address the lifestyle changes, I think go outside. Go for a walk.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Once again, somebody in
we don't
Minnesota.
We don't have any listeners in Minnesota.
We do. We're going to at some point in time. This episode's gonna get mad fucking traction. So if you're not though, let's say you live in Big Bear, right? And you're just like it's snowing, and you're like, hey, seasonal affective disorder, go take a walk.
Right.
It's not that easy. How do you find?
Well, Big Bear's not that bad. You can go outside.
I'm trying to just at least say. I'm trying to give an example of like where.
That's good. Yeah. No, I think that is good. But I mean, so hold on a second. Educate me here. Is there places where you can't find some time to go outside?
Yeah, if it's like a storm.
How long will that last?
It depends. There are some states it snows pretty bad. Like you can for like days on end.
How do you survive?
Don't ever move out of California. You don't do that. I mean,
I think you can. I want to challenge. And if they're tell me if I'm wrong here.
Minnesota people.
Yeah, Minnesota people. Tell me if I'm wrong here. But I'm sure there's gaps in times where you can go outside.
I'm not saying you can't.
So I'm not saying stay outside. I'm not saying live outside. I'm not saying go do some hard workout outside during the storm. But I'm saying definitely go outside because fresh air into your lungs is important.
You're just saying step out for a minute?
Step out for a minute. Okay, yeah,
fine.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I was part of I lived in the polar vortex when I was in the Midwest. And it was they basically said do not be outside for too long, period.
Perfect,
it could hurt you.
Follow those guidelines. But make sure you don't stay indoors. Because if you think about it, dude, this is actually a thing. People are working from home more, and it's easy to be indoors all day.
I totally get that.
And for that person, I'd be like, no, you better go outside and go check the mail and come back in.
Get the mail.
Yeah,
that's your self-care right
there. So I would say go outside, exercise, drink plenty of water. I think those are lifestyle changes that you can make. So yeah.
Or if you're in my scenario, you can't go outside. Maybe try to look things online, like a yoga class.
You're really sticking to this right now. I can't believe this.
Grab some weights and lift them.
This is payback for the political debate we were having.
No, it's not. I had a feeling you'd bring that up at some point in time.
All right. Let's see. So the next one is, how can friends and family be supportive without overstepping? What a good question.
Overstepping.
Damn.
I'm answering, huh? You looked at me. Overstepping. How can they be supportive?
Yeah. Do you want me to take it?
No, I got it, bro. Give me a second, man.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I got you.
I usually come up with some.
You're great, yeah. Your stuff is great.
I think
you
that
got the skills that kills.
It's communication for me. I think that so if you see somebody that has potentially seasonal affective disorder or going through some type of depression this time of year, I'm a big advocate for like conversation. Like, how are you? What are your boundaries with this? Like, is it appropriate? Do you feel comfortable sharing with me what's going on? Like, or maybe letting your family and friends know. Like, you be the advocate for that and saying, hey, like, this is what I need from you. But maybe that person that's struggling with it, they don't want to share anything. What are signs? Is part of it also the question is what kind of signs they can see?
It says, how can friends and family be supportive without overstepping?
Be friends and family. Be a good family member.
You sound like an online guru, you know, like wake up at 5 a.m.
Just be there for somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, I just had this.
But how do you do that though? Because some people don't know how to do that. You know, like
check this out. All right.
riff.
Listen. That's it. That's it right there.
Listen.
That's the word of the day is listen.
Listen.
I want you to like listen to people, see what their needs are.
Yeah.
Open up to people, talk to people. You're right. Everybody might not be ready to talk, but guess what? It's time.
I'll add to that. I think like be
2025
curious.
is coming. Make some changes, or it's too late. 2024 is almost over.
Be curious. I think that's a part of listening, right? It's like,
Yeah.
I also think that like once the seasonal affective period is over, I think you got to do a little bit of planning for this, right? Like whether you are experiencing the sad or you're a family member seeing someone going through it, like, you got to pre-plan for this. And so right now, if you're in it, like maybe it might be a little too late for you to like know how to approach them. If you can, I would say like ask them to go into therapy. Like, hey, do you want to go talk to someone? I think you should. I'm noticing X, Y, and Z. Just kind of like talk about like what you're seeing, and I'm concerned for you. And if I don't know if I can be support or if it's best coming from me or if it's best coming from a therapist. I think that's one thing. But I think family members and people that want to be supportive have to be more proactive. And what I mean by that is like, you should have a discussion once this is over. Like, hey, like, remember you went through that thing? Like, what was helpful for you during that time? What could I have said? What could I have done? What did you need from me thinking back to that time? And that way you have an idea of, like, what you can do. Because a lot of times we want to support our family member, but we don't really, like, know how.
Yeah.
Or we think we know how to do it, but then to them, they don't feel like it's support, right? So that would be my take on that.
Yeah, it's a bunch of mystery. I work with clients all the time, and it's like the unknown, and we assume that like this person maybe doesn't want to be a part of this because it's hard and it's difficult, and we're so challenged to really just ask the questions or put things out there, and then sometimes like I kind of started at the beginning of this, it's too late. If you have the opportunity with people that are really close to you, friends and family, like if something's going wrong with somebody or just something's off about somebody, and you have the ability to go, hey, I remember you made the comment of like, you went through this last year at this time, like where are you at? Like I think it's crucial to like be there for people.
Yeah.
And not just physically, like mentally, and mentally to me is like having conversations. Like,
for sure.
It's great when people show up, and but the words, man, the words are powerful. So talk to people.
Absolutely.
This fucking show's been telling this. We've been telling you guys for a fucking year, right? Fucking just talk to people.
Like, check in on your homies.
Holy shit! I mean, both of us, Manny and I, both need to go to therapy. I really need to go to therapy.
No problem. Don't be telling people about my stuff.
Sorry.
I'm good.
He's good. He's healthy. He's got 3 kids. He's got 1 kid on the way. He's
Nothing's
good,
going
dude.
on with me.
Yeah, he's not worried at all how his life's
Perfect.
going to change again and how harder it's going to get. And that sleep's going to be coming up, or it's not going to be coming up. That's the thing. So life changes.
Life does change, bro.
Man,
but but you got this, and make sure you check in with somebody in your life if you're going through this. So. Yeah, how's our time, counselor?
We got a little more time. I don't know if you want to just kind of call it on this one. I mean, we do have some things that we're going to talk about in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Did you want to discuss that article thing, or do you want to wait until the next episode?
We'll wait because that's a little bit. We'll give them a cliffhanger.
I know, a little bit of cliffhanger.
We got something to
There's
bring
something
to
else
you.
too. There's another article I want to talk about. But I don't think, dude. I don't know if we're gonna have time. We just keep talking and talking. So, all
right. Well, that's the show,
I guess we
bro.
can put a cap on that. But I mentioned that seasonal affective disorder. It's more December focused, but this month, as you mentioned, is Men's Mental Health.
It is Men's
month,
Mental Health,
and we're going to talk about that in the next episode.
Absolutely,
as well.
yeah.
Like
You're just giving all away on our stuff.
I'm giving it like teasers. It's not even teaser, bro. On the next episode.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
As always, everybody, check in on your friends. Really, fucking, you need to. The holidays are coming up, and it's what? What are you laughing at?
It's just good.
What?
I just thought it was really fucking. You need to.
No, man. I guess it's maybe just like we go on the show and we say like we did an episode like this a year ago, right? And before we started, I was like, I don't know if I want to do this episode again because it's similar. It was different. I listened to it. I made sure I didn't say anything like I said anything before.
You're so paranoid.
But here's the thing with therapy or maybe group therapy, like if you go to like AA or some type of self-help group, like you're going to hear repetition. It's important to like hear these things over and over again because you're developing a new skill. You're learning something. You're reforming the brain. So we've been saying this for over a year plus is like, talk to people, check in on your friends. And I started this episode by saying that like I'm almost contradicting myself because I didn't check in on my friend, and maybe we weren't as close friends as we were. But it's so important to like try to just, life gets busy, but try to make that effort really to check in on people because you never know how you can help and how you can support people and what value you bring to the table.
Yeah, for sure. That's 100% true.
So yeah, with that, till next time, check in on your friends. My name, tag it home today. I'm Jack. Greet you like I give a fuck. Are you surprised by that?